it's Sarah, still keeping you active 12 minutes at a time here at 12 Minute Fit. And today I've got a workout that targets the trunk. So the ab muscles, the low back, the hips and glutes. And we're gonna work for 45 seconds at a time with no breaks today. We've got 16 rounds back to back. You'll be on your feet and you need a table or a countertop. Somewhere you can put your hands to support yourself while you step your feet back. From here, we'll be marching our knees forward. We'll be kicking our legs back, circling them around. We'll do some single arm rows while we're here. So keep that in mind when choosing where you're gonna go to set yourself up for this workout. That's all the space you'll need. That's all the movement we're going to do. We'll also stand up and do a little bit of some side bends, some knee lifts, and we'll get those trunk muscles firing up. So let's give it a go. We're gonna warm up with our hands supported on our table or our countertop. Step your feet back as far as you feel comfortable, and then draw that belly button up and in. Tuck your hips up and under, and start to march your knees up towards your chest. As you do this, you wanna keep your spine as long as you can. You wanna keep that belly button up tight towards that spine. So imagine somebody's about to punch you right in the gut and you're gonna brace for that impact. You're gonna hold that brace as we work for the next 12 minutes. Try to push your surface away and pull your shoulders back and down. So we're activating the muscles in the chest and arms as well, feeling a little bit of that upper back. Your legs are firing up some as they hold you up. Your hip flexors are starting to warm up. When you hear that bell, pick a leg and bring it up towards the chest, then just kick it back behind you, up and then back. As you do this, you're gonna try to keep your hips square. If you feel yourself twisting, let's step that foot in just a little bit and decrease our range. Belly button up tight, hips square, fire up that glute, maybe flex your foot and really kick through that heel without twisting your hip up and back. Squeeze the glute, keep pushing your surface away, and really feel those muscles down the backside and the front of the body, working hard. When you hear that bell, you're gonna keep your leg back, and you're just gonna start to lift that leg as high as you can and then bring it about halfway down. So you've got some options here. You can step your foot in a little bit further, the one that's on the floor. You can take it back a little bit further. Choose what feels more challenging for you, but that you still move like you still feel like you're moving safely. Sometimes I really fumble over my words. Let's see how many times I'll do it in the next 12 minutes, huh? Keep that core on. Squeeze those glutes. Try to flex that foot and really kick through the heel. You should be feeling that standing leg as well. It's working to keep everything still. Your core is on. We're gonna draw a giant circle with this leg right here for 45 seconds. You're gonna take it in front and then sweep it back. As you do these circles, the hips stay as square as you can get them. You can step that foot back in, the one that's on the floor. Try not to move the pelvis. Keep it really still, using those muscles in the hips, the core, the low back. And try to flex that foot and see how big of a half circle you can make with your leg. So there's no breaks built into these 12 minutes. If you need a second to shake it out, please do so, but then get right back into it. Because you're only giving yourself 12 minutes. You want to get the most out of it. We're going to alternate those marches right here, 45 seconds. Ooh, that feels good on that standing leg to get it moving again. Keep pushing your surface away. Keep your shoulder blades into those back ribs. Try to keep your back as straight as you can. Your belly button pulled up super duper tight. You've got that brace in the core as you pull those knees up. And we can always bring the feet a little closer under those hips and march from there. And then when you're ready, step them back a little bit further. We're switching sides for that single leg knee lift and a kick back behind us. So when you hear this bell, plant the opposite foot, and we're gonna move that other leg up and kick it back. So set yourself up, push your surface away, square those hips, Maybe step your foot in a little bit if you need to, bringing the heel to the floor. Try not to move those hips. Keep them as still as you can. Really fire up the glute. Feel the hamstring as you kick back. Press through that heel. Brakes when you need it. Push through those palms. Straighten out that spine again if you're starting to round or arch. Step that foot in if you need to. We're going to start to lift your back leg just up as high as you can get it without twisting the hips, and then halfway down. If you need to tap in between, take it. If you want that tap to be a short rest, take it. That standing leg, we already fatigued that hip and glute. So it might be screaming at you just a little bit right now. That's okay. Those muscles are saying, hey, thanks for a great workout. We feel stronger. Keep your belly button pulled in tight. Don't forget about that core. You've got about 10 more seconds and we're going to start to circle this leg. As big as you can make that half circle, all the way to the front and then all the way back. Don't let those hips move. Try to keep that foot flexed. Keep that core on. Adjust your standing leg as you need to. Bring it in to make it just a little bit easier. Step it back to challenge yourself. Keep that standing leg active. We're halfway through these. And then we get to stand up tall and really fire up those obliques. You should be feeling them a little bit already in these big half leg circles. But when you hear the bell, we're going to bring the feet under the hips and one hand up by the side of our head. The opposite hand is going to reach down towards the knee and we're just going to pulse here. So bringing that rib over the top of the hip, pulling that opposite elbow up and back. And if you want a little bit more, the side that we're leaning towards, see if you can pick the knee up and then tap it back down. So as you bend, you'll lift the knee up. If we don't like that, keep the feet down and just really focus on that big, big side bend. 15 more seconds. Core is on, your torso is not twisting. So imagining you're between two panes of glass here and you're just reaching to the side, maybe with the knee lift, maybe without. Get ready to switch sides. Start with just that side bend, pulling that rib up over the hip, really crunching through the side body. And when you're ready, bring in that knee lift. Challenge your balance, challenge those lower abs, that hip flexor. We're firing up the side of the body here. Maybe we're challenging that balance with that single leg work. You've only got 20 more seconds, then we're back to your surface, your countertop, or your tabletop. Back in that plank position. This time we're going to move one arm. So step your feet back as comfortable as you feel supported on one arm. Because you're going to hold yourself up without twisting as you lift that arm up towards your shoulder. And as you pull the arm up, you're going to pull the elbow in and bring that palm to the front of the shoulder. Reach that elbow up and in and hug that shoulder blade into the spine. If you're comfortable here, add an opposite leg lift. So the side that's supporting you, that leg can lift and kick back. Don't let your torso twist. Keep that core active. Keep pushing your surface away. Try to keep that back long and straight. And when you hear the bell, we're going to switch arms. You'll start with both feet down in about 3 seconds, and you'll switch hands, reaching it up towards the shoulder and then tapping it back down. Elbow pulls back and in, shoulder blade pulls up and in. Torso stays square and still. When you want more, opposite leg lifts up and back. So a big single arm row, maybe with that opposite leg lift, really challenging those muscles of the trunk for about 20 more seconds. Keep that core super tight. Keep pushing your surface away. We're gonna go back to some single leg work. We'll keep both arms down. Support yourself with both hands. And one knee will come forward. And then you'll kick it back and circle it around. Then pull the knee back into the chest from the front. Kick it back, circle around, lift the knee up and in. So we're gonna put all of our movements together without moving those hips. So core is super tight. Maybe we're gonna step that standing leg in just a little bit closer under the hips. Feel that big knee lift. Pull it up to the chest, then find the glutes, outer hips, hamstrings are working, low back and core are working, chest is holding you up too. Lots of muscles engaged here. We're gonna switch legs for this movement. So set that foot down, bring the opposite knee up, kick it back, circle it around, then pull the knee in from the front. Make your big half circle before you pull the knee in. Try not to move your hips. So really focus on that big, big belly brace, big glute engagement. See how big you can make your circles. You're halfway through them. Keep it going. Don't forget to breathe. Breaks anytime. Decrease that range if you're compromising your form. You've got 6 seconds. All right, stand those feet back under the hips. How about some more side bends to finish this workout? Reach towards the knee. When you're ready, lift that knee up and reach towards the floor. So we're feeling kind of wobbly after all of these exercises. Keep both feet down. Big, big side bend. If you're feeling good, add that knee lift. Try to pull that opposite elbow back. You're back between your two panes of glass. So try not to twist as you reach. Feel that side body working hard. 10 more seconds. And then we'll switch sides. Start with the feet planted. And then we'll just reach that other hand towards the knee. Here we go. Reach. When you feel steady and you're looking for more, knee lift. Reach to the floor. Without twisting, you're almost done. Keep your core on, belly button in. 25 seconds. And then you get to celebrate that you gave yourself 12 minutes to get active, to work on your fitness. You took 12 minutes for yourself today. Sometimes it's really hard to squeeze in any time, but you did it, and you should be proud of yourself. There it is. If you've got 12 more minutes, put on a stretch or ramp it up, do something a little bit more high intensity, because I've got a little bit of everything on here at 12 Minute Fit, and I'd love for you to come back and join us again. Thanks for coming today.